What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Meh of Pig and Meh here. So, for the past few weeks, I decided that I wanted to mix it up and play something a little different than what I've normally been playing for you guys. So, I decided to channel my inner Jay Nuki and get my game on with some heroes. So, let's quit BSing and show you guys the deck. Break it off into sections. Of course, you got your elemental heroes, which is your 3 Stratos, your 2 Shadow Mist, your 1 of Liquid Soldier, 1 Solid Soldier, and your Honesty Neos. This is pretty standard ratio. No real explanations needed beyond this being a personal favorite extender of mine with this deck, because I wanted multiple ways to trigger Shadow Mist, whether I drew it or he was in grave. Because you kind of require your normal summon to do that anyways, and these two are probably the easiest way to do that, and you have a lot of cards to help correct your hand to do that. So, yeah, nothing too special there. On to the Vision heroes. I play the double Increase, the triple Ferris, and the 2 Vion. Again, pretty standard. This has a lot of cards that it can dump, especially in my version in particular, which you're going to see in the next section. And this card also can be a really good play starter in and of itself. Of course, Ferris being a great extender that doesn't consume your normal summon. And yeah, I think this is the ideal ratio, and not too much explanation needed there. Also, the fact that this can search a fusion spell is great. Just absolutely great. Alright, now on to the last portion, which is my favorite portion, the Destiny Heroes. Of course, you have to play the mandatory Celestial, because, you know, he draws you cards. In fact, in one game, I drew literally the exact 2 fusion spells to sack the ever-loving hell out of the opponent, which is great. The 1 Dynatag, basically to boost your Dystopia. The 2 copies of Malicious. Yes, there was a game where I drew both of them opening hand with a polymerization, and it was miserable. And I did not win. It made me sad. And the last Destiny hero I choose to run, and probably the means that I deviate from what a lot of other people do, is I opt to play 1 copy of Destiny Hero Dasher. The long and short is simple. 1, I have an ultimate rare. 2, he has a graveyard effect, unlike Plasma, so in a scenario where you have to get rid of him, he can still give you advantage. And to be honest with you, I do not regret dropping Plasma for this one bit, because this card is very useful, and I enjoy playing it. So I'm going to keep playing it, and I recommend that you give it a shot too. Alright, and the last monster, and the only hand trap I play, 3 copies of Ash Blossom. It is the most generically useful one that doesn't interfere with your combo. That's it. On to your fusion spells. The 1 of Miracle Fusion and Polymerization. You can search them both. So that's why you play them. Sometimes I want to play multiples, but not enough to actually do it. Next up, what a lot of people say is the best fusion spell in the game, Mass Change. It's quick play, so it's chainable. You could search it off your Shadow Mist, and it makes Dark Law. So these are all great reasons to max out on this card, because it's busted. But as great as this is, I think that this card is even better. 3 copies of Fusion Destiny. When you activate this, you can send 2 Destiny heroes from your deck to the graveyard, or a Destiny hero and a Dark Monster, because it's literally the fusion requirements for the 2 fusions you play for this. and you basically just win. Yeah, you're locked into dark heroes, but you don't care. The vast majority of your deck is dark anyways. So, yeah, this card's fantastic, and it wins me more games than it should. So, yeah, it's the best card, as far as I'm concerned. This card is so good, it makes me almost want to play more Destiny heroes. I'm just saying. Basically, you play this, you pay half your life points, you hope they don't have Ash, and either you go a Stratos route or you go a Shadow Mist route. So yeah, this card's busted. And the last hero-specific card I play is 3 copies of E Emergency Call. The reason I play these is, 1, to get to the necessary combo pieces, which is your Liquid or your Solid Soldier. And because I don't own Adjusted Gold, which these would be Adjusted Gold and his associated fusion card, I just said screw it and play these for more ways to get maximum use out of my hero plays. As well as the 1 reinforcement of the army for the exact same logic and thinking. And then of course the 1 Called by the Grave, because yeah. And in this particular build today that I played, I opted to play this card, but the reason I played it was kind of stupid. I played 3 copies of Forbidden Chalice. The reason I played this card is because my imperms are in another deck and I was too lazy to put them in this deck. But while you can't activate this on your opponent's turn, you can play this while you still have cards on your field. And you can also use it during the damage step, if that is ever important. So yeah, this actually was pretty good today, not gonna lie. It completely served a function, and it acted as a good, means to interrupt people's plays. So yeah, if you don't have imperms at this point, for some reason, you can still use this as a replacement. Alright, now onto the extra deck. Now, of course, you have to play the 2 Dark Laws, because for some reason, if you summon this, it just stops everything. You play the 1 Anki, so you can either, 1, have the scenario where you can just get that last bit of damage without dealing with too much, or you can kind of try to OTK with your mass changes, because he destroys a monster or whatever, and then searches, and then you still activate it to get a Dark Law at the end of it. And then you play the 1 Acid as your last masked hero, because the Acid Absolute Zero combo is absolutely stupid. This is what you're likely to summon off Miracle Fusion 99% of the time, unless you're me and you play these other bad targets that I'm going to show you here shortly, because you just don't run into this scenario enough. So I opted for 1 Great Tornado and 1 of the Escurado. Again, I don't own Malicious Bane, so either one of these could be dropped for that if you have it. And aside from that, the reason I play these 2 is because I couldn't really use the Shining too often, because I'm not playing hardly any lights, but I'm playing a bunch of darks. So this is a nice target to make if you can get enough hero names engraved. And technically this can out Dragoons, because it's a non-target halving of all the monsters your opponent's field's attack. So if you have this with the Honesty Neos, you can pretty much get over just about everything that's not named Avermax. And the last Elemental Hero Fusion you play is Sunriser. This card is fantastic, and you will summon it a lot. It searches Miracle Fusion, and it pops the opponent's cards. So yeah, this card's great. 100% you need to have this if you want to play this deck. There is no if, ands, or buts, is you have to play that one. Alright, now my 2 Fusion Destiny targets. The best one, and the one that you use whenever you draw Fusion Destiny, but you don't want to waste this yet. So this card is the Dark plus the Destiny hero. So you can send Dasher or Malicious and the Shadow Mist to basically reinforcement the army for any other pieces you need. That's why you play this. This card wins you in time because for some reason they gave it a stupid burn effect. I know. I do that quite a bit with this card. It's dumb, and I love it, and it's why the Destiny Hero Fusion spell is the best card in the whole deck. And then when Burst of Destiny happens, it just gets better. And the last fusion you play is the 1 copy of Vision Hero Trinity. It's mandatory because you can OTK with it. I just personally haven't done it yet. Alright, now onto the links. I play 2 copies of Cross Crusader because I need 2 Cross Crusaders, because I'm always running into scenarios where I need to use another Cross Crusader. So play 2 Cross Crusaders. The 1 Wonder Driver. Yeah, he's pretty good. Summon him a lot today. And the last one is the 1 copy of Extra Hero Dread Decimator. He makes guys big number. So that's the main and extra deck. I'm just going to kind of breeze through the side real quick. It still needs a lot of work, but I decided to basically opt for a lot of going second cards. With this being the second best hand trap in the game right now. And I played this for when I think I'm going to go second and I just want to break boards. Same thing with the double lightning storm. I'll put this one in the front. And the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. The reason I do this ratio is because I own 2 of these. I really like this card still, but I also have 2 Cosmic Cyclones, but these will probably be dropped for Nibiru's or something. I'm not sure yet. I also play 3 Evenly Matched. Yeah, this card's dumb. And yeah, I'm probably not going to ever take it out. And to round it out, just 1 copy of Red Reboot, because there's a lot of trap decks in my area. And I apparently need every single bit of back row hate humanly possible to deal with them. So there you have it, people. Somebody call Enrique Iglesias, because apparently I can be your hero. This deck is super fun, but it requires that you actually pay a lot of attention, because none of the play lines are actually as linear as you would think. I thoroughly enjoy it and will probably be giving you guys future builds, and I get my hands on other cards and can kind of tell you a bit more. But for now, I think this is a solid start. So yeah, if you like what you see, make sure to comment down below, tell me what you think, any changes you would make, cards that you enjoy using in it, you know, the whole shebang. This is Meh, Pig and Meh, signing out.